What's up, everybody? This is your boy Tech G back with another video to help you successfully pass the CompTIA Security Plus 601 certification exam. So let's get into it. In this video, you're going to learn about the basics of cloud-based computing, such as cloud services and cloud delivery models. In addition, you're going to be learning about cloud-based vulnerabilities and how to mitigate cloud-based security issues. So let's talk about cloud computing. So cloud computing, this is the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power, without direct active management by the user. Large clouds often have functions distributed over multiple locations, each location being a data center, and cloud computing relies on sharing of resources to achieve coherence, and typically using a pay-as-you-go model, which can help in reducing capital expenses, but may also lead to unexpected operating expenses for unaware users. So cloud computing, it can be broken down into three main services. And the first one is called infrastructure as a service. And this is a form of cloud computing in which IT infrastructure is provided to end users through the internet. The infrastructure as a service vendor provides virtualization, storage, network, servers, and allows for customers to utilize or pay for resources when they are needed. Then you have software as a service. This is a form of cloud computing that uses a software licensing and delivery model in which software is licensed on a subscription basis and is centrally hosted. Software as a service applications are also known as web-based software, on-demand software, and hosted software. And then you have platform as a service, and this is a form of cloud computing that provides a platform allowing customers to develop, run, and manage applications without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure typically associated with developing and launching applications. And here is a handy dandy little graphic outlining the separation of responsibilities in regards to infrastructure, platform, and software as a service. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that, and that should help you out tremendously. If you are still lost and confused about the various cloud services, you can use this little image known as pizza as a service to help you visualize and understand cloud services, hopefully in a more succinct manner. So take a picture of that and save it to your phone and use it as a reference. Let's talk about cloud delivery models, and they come in four general categories. And the first one is called a private cloud. And this is defined as computing services that are offered over the internet or a private internal network and only to select users instead of the general public. Private cloud computing is also considered to be more secure than public cloud computing. And speaking of public cloud computing, this is defined as computing services offered by a third-party provider over the public internet, making them available to anyone who wants to use or purchase them. They may be free or sold on demand, allowing customers to pay only per usage for the CPU cycles, storage, or bandwidth that they consume. Then you have the hybrid cloud. This is a computing environment that combines public cloud and a private cloud by allowing data and applications to be shared between them. When computing and processing demand fluctuates, hybrid cloud computing gives organizations the ability to seamlessly scale their on-premise infrastructure up to the public cloud to handle any overflow without giving third-party data centers access to the entirety of their data. And then you have what is called a community cloud, and this is a collaborative effort in which infrastructure is shared between several organizations from a specific community with common concerns such as security, compliance, jurisdiction, etc., whether managed internally or by a third party and hosted internally or externally. This is controlled and used by a group of organizations that have a shared interest. The costs are spread over fewer users than a public cloud, but more than a private cloud, so only some of the cost savings potential of cloud computing are actually realized. So let's talk about cloud-based vulnerabilities. So there are a myriad of vulnerabilities that can impact cloud computing, such as the lack of privacy, the lack of accountability, improper authentication, lack of administrative control, data sensitivity and integrity problems, data segregation issues, location of data and data recovery problems, malicious insider attacks, bug exploitations, lack of investigative support when there is a problem, and questionable long-term viability. And here are some ways to go about mitigating cloud-based security issues. The first one you want to do is use complex passwords. So you want to apply standard password best practices, such as having passwords that have a minimum of 10 characters, and those 10 characters being comprised of upper and lowercase characters, numbers, and special characters. You want to implement powerful authentication methods by utilizing multi-factor authentication. You want to have strong cloud data access policies that define which users have access to exactly what resources and when they are allowed to have access to them. You want to have a strong encryption policy that encrypts individual files, as well as implementing full disk encryption. You want to implement the standardization of programming, so the ways applications are planned, designed, programmed, and run on the cloud should all be standardized from one platform to the next, from one programmer to the next, in addition to standardizing how testing is conducted in regards to input validation, fuzzing, and known, unknown, and partially known environments. And then you want to protect the data. So you want to protect all the data on the SANs or storage area networks, the general cloud storage, and you want to protect the big data. You want to keep detailed documentation up to date of what is stored and where it is stored. You want to implement cloud-based security controls such as deterrent controls, which prevent tampering, preventative controls, which can increase security strength of a system, corrective controls, which can reduce the effects of data tampering, and detective controls, which can detect attacks in real time. All right, so that was my quick little class on cloud-based vulnerabilities. So let's do some of this wonderful check on learning, shall we? So the first question is, which cloud service model offers computer networking, storage, load balancing, routing, and virtual machine hosting? Would this be infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, or none of the above? So which one of these offers all of those wonderful things? And the correct answer is this would be infrastructure as a service. Next question. Which of the following is a security concern in cloud deployments? Would this be encryption, authentication methods, identity management, or all of the above? So which of these is a security concern in cloud deployments? And the correct answer is all of these are security concerns in regards to cloud deployments. So in summary, we have talked about the basics of cloud-based computing, such as cloud services and cloud delivery models. And we also talked about cloud-based vulnerabilities and how to mitigate those cloud-based security issues. Now, if you felt like you've gotten something valuable out of this information, go ahead and hit the like button, share button, drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Also, go check out my website, Technology G, so that you can get read up on the latest and greatest to help you successfully pass the CompTIA Security Plus 601 certification exam. And until next video, ladies and gentlemen, peace.